Welcome to Africadeo, the educational platform dedicated to the full history of Africa. Here, every story reveals a truth, every image revives a memory, and every episode takes you deep into the civilizations that shaped humanity. Get ready to discover Africa like never before. Feel free to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
The Baobab who wanted to touch the sky. In a village resting between the savannah and the forest, where the earth was red and the wind carried the scent of rain before it arrived, stood a baobab tree. An immense baobab, ancient, so wide that it seemed to have swallowed centuries and kept them hidden inside its trunk. Children played in its shade. Elders leaned against its bark to speak softly. Birds nested in its branches, and travelers, when lost, searched for it as one searches for a star at night. Yet the baobab, despite its importance, carried a secret. It looked at the sky. Every morning, when the sun rose, the baobab watched the clouds drift, stretch, and disappear. At night, it gazed at the stars, distant and bright, like seeds of light scattered across darkness. Sometimes it heard thunder, the great invisible drum of the heavens, and it thought, "Why am I bound to the earth? Why must my roots remain buried, drinking slowly from hidden water, while the sky is free? Why can birds rise and fall, but not I?" The baobab lacked nothing, and yet, being tall was no longer enough. It wanted to be more than tall. It wanted to be the highest. It wanted to touch the sky. One day, as heat shimmered over the savannah, the baobab overheard a conversation near its trunk. A young boy asked his grandfather, "Grandfather, can we touch the sky?" The old man smiled. "We can look at it, respect it, learn from it, but touch it? The sky is not something we own. It reminds us that not everything belongs to us." The baobab trembled slightly, as if its leaves understood before its trunk did. Not everything belongs to us. That night, the baobab did not sleep. Trees sleep slowly, deeply, through sap and silence. But this night, the baobab's sap rushed restlessly. So it did what many do when desire grows too strong. It asked those who passed by. First, it called the wind. The wind was light, playful, everywhere at once. "Wind," said the baobab, "you travel everywhere. Tell me, how does one touch the sky?" The wind spun around its branches and laughed. "You do not touch the sky, you pass through it. And you have no feet." The baobab bristled. "I may not have feet, but I have roots. They are strong." The wind replied, "Your roots hold you. They feed you. They anchor you. What nourishes you can also keep you in place." And the wind left, carrying a sentence that clung like invisible webbing. The baobab did not like that sentence. Next, it called the birds. An eagle descended and perched on a branch. "Eagle," said the baobab, "you see mountains as pebbles. How do you rise above all others?" The eagle blinked. "We rise when the wind allows it. We descend when we must. The sky is not a prize." "But I want to touch it," insisted the baobab. "Why?" asked the eagle. The baobab hesitated, then answered, "Because I want to be greater than my destiny." The eagle spread its wings, "Then become greater within. Height without humility breaks more than it lifts." And the eagle flew away. The baobab disliked the word pride. It felt heavy, like a stone thrown into water. Then it called the rain. "Rain," whispered the baobab, "you come from the sky. Take me with you." The rain answered without words. It fell. It nourished. It passed. The baobab noticed. Rain came from the sky, but always returned to the earth. It connected. It did not escape. But instead of understanding, the baobab thought, if even rain touches the earth, then I will touch the sky, only in reverse. And the idea pleased it. The baobab began to change. It stretched its branches higher and higher until some cracked from the strain. It forced sap upward, refusing rest. It even resisted shedding its leaves during the dry season. Other trees watched with concern. A smaller karité tree said, "Brother Baobab, why exhaust yourself? You are already great." "Great is not enough," replied the baobab. "I will touch the sky." "At this rate," said the karité, "you will forget what happens below." The baobab did not listen. Soon, its roots began to weaken, not from lack of water, but from neglect. All effort went upward. Below, the earth felt abandoned. The baobab grew irritable. Its shade felt less welcoming, its fruits fewer. Birds left. Children noticed. "The baobab feels angry," they said. "I am focused," the baobab would have shouted. But trees shout in silence, by hardening bark, by breaking branches. One evening, an old storyteller passed by. He placed his hand on the trunk. "Baobab," he said, "your wood carries impatience." "I want to touch the sky," the baobab replied. The storyteller sat. Once, a river wanted to become the ocean quickly. It rushed, broke its banks, lost itself. A small pond said, "I do not run, yet I am full." Greatness without meaning is only escape. The baobab absorbed the words, but pride remained strong. "They fear my success," it thought. So it made a final choice. If it could not detach from the earth, it would grow faster. It drank greedily, pulled upward violently, thought in one season what takes many. The dry wind season arrived. The wind tested everything. The baobab, taller than ever, felt its branches pulled like fragile arms. "I am strong," it told itself. But deep below, the roots whispered, "We have carried too much, too fast." Branches snapped, the trunk groaned, and the baobab realized something terrifying. In trying to touch the sky, it was about to lose itself. As night fell, the baobab called, not the wind, not the birds, not the rain. It called the earth. "Earth, help me." And the earth answered. The wind still battered the savannah like an invisible drum. The baobab, trapped in its own height, felt each gust as a test. Its branches shook like tired arms, its trunk groaned, its roots clung desperately to the soil. And in that chaos, a truth emerged. It had confused height with greatness. "Earth," whispered the baobab again. The earth replied, deep and calm, "I have supported you since the beginning, but you stopped listening. I wanted to touch the sky." "And what did you give in return?" asked the earth. The baobab had no answer. A great branch fell, shaking the ground. Animals hid. Children clung to their mothers. Elders watched in silence. "Listen," said the earth. "You are not alone. You are shelter. You are food. You are memory. If you fall, you take others with you." The baobab remembered the laughter of children, the stories of elders, the birds, the travelers, and it understood. In wanting to rise above all, it had forgotten to serve. A violent gust threatened to uproot it. "Tell me what to do," cried the baobab. "Stop fighting yourself," said the earth. Let go. Bend. Accept loss to save what matters. The baobab released tension, allowed branches to bend, let leaves fall, stopped forcing growth. The wind changed its song. By dawn, the storm passed. The baobab stood, wounded, shorter, but alive. Birds returned cautiously. The storyteller came back. "You survived," he said. "I am not the same," replied the baobab. "Good," said the storyteller. "Those who remain unchanged learn nothing." "Will I ever touch the sky?" asked the baobab. "You already do," said the storyteller. "Through the shade you give, the fruits you offer, the paths you guide, the lessons you become." The baobab finally understood. Greatness is not how high you rise, but how much life you support. From then on, the baobab grew differently, slower, balanced, listening. One day, a child asked, "Baobab, do you touch the sky now?" The grandfather answered, "It touches the sky by lifting others, not itself." That night, the baobab looked at the stars, without hunger, without envy. "I do not need to conquer," it thought. "I need to connect." And the earth replied, "Now you understand." Since that day, the elders repeat this wisdom. Height impresses, wisdom nourishes. And touching the sky is not about branches, it is about the heart.
Give us your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. See you soon for another extraordinary episode.